Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, October 29th, 2018. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Nevis's Deputy Premier, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, will be attending the first ministerial meeting of Archipelagic and Island States Forum, which is organized in Manado, North Sulawesi, Indonesia, from October 31st to November 2nd, 2018. Minister Jeffers, who will be representing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on behalf of the Honorable Mark Brantley, was expected to leave the Federation today, Monday, October 29th, and return on November 4th, 2018. The forum has been organized by the Republic of Indonesia's Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs. Indonesia is hosting the meeting out of a great sense of urgency in the face of the impact of climate change, which the archipelagic and island states are already experiencing. As there is no forum that brings together archipelagic and island states to deal with these challenges, Indonesia, in cooperation with the United Nations Programme for Development, has taken the initiative to work towards the establishment of such a forum. The forum is envisioned to provide space for the development of smart and innovative solutions to tackle the challenges confronting archipelagic and island states, serve as a platform in which youth, the private sector, industry, and civil society can collaborate in taking measures to address these pressing problems, as well as bring together all 46 countries that are either archipelagic or islands to develop innovative forums of financing, such as blended finance. In more local news,
this year we have honored two of our past bus drivers, Mr. Emil Striker Liburd, better known as Simply Red, and Bernard Biddy Weeks, also known as Bidalin. We honor them this year because there was two of them that paved the way for us in the busing system. They have been bus drivers for over 20 years.
The Nevis Bus Association awarded two former bus drivers on Sunday, October 25th, as part of its third anniversary week of activities. The presentation took place at the Newcastle Wesleyan Holiness Church, where members of the association shared in corporate worship. Public Relations Officer of the Nevis Bus Association, Charles Liburd, told us about another activity, which is the $1 Day, to be hosted on Wednesday, October 31st, 2018.
Wednesday coming up is our Dollar Day, where you pay $1 to travel on the bus anywhere on the island. So if you come Wednesday, you have a $5, $10, or $20, the bus driver will take out the normal fee. So on Wednesday, make sure you have your dollar to travel from anywhere on the island and back, $1. The time is from 6 a.m. up to 10 in the evening.
Another activity will take place on Friday, November 2nd, in the form of a social night for the members of the association at Penny's Beach. The final activity for the week will be held on Saturday, November 3rd. Liburd is soliciting the support of the general public for this event.
On Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Villa Ground is where we're going to start the rally and go around the island to have bar hopping, stop at each different bar, and then we're going to end back up at the Value Mart parking lot, where we're going to be having a barbecue sale. So we're asking the general public to come out and support us and have fun and socialize with us, and then that's going to be the closing of the week of activities.
The Nevis Bus Association's week of activities runs from Sunday, October 28th to Saturday, November 3rd, 2018. Meantime, in an effort to alleviate traffic congestion in Charlestown, the Traffic Department of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force will shortly operationalize bus stops in and around the capital. Sergeant Marva Shiverton is the head of the Traffic Department in the Nevis Division.
Traffic Department in Nevis would like to advise the general public that effective October 2018, the bus stop signs that are erected in and on the outskirts of Charlestown will become operational. Motor omnibus drivers are to adhere to these signs. Failing to do so, they can be ticketed. The fee for the ticket is $100. Failing to do so, they can be taken before the magistrate court, where the fine will be much more. So I'm just asking each and every one of us to adhere to these rules and traffic regulations.
Bus stops signs have already been erected in areas including along the Samuel Hunkins Drive, as well as in the vicinity of Scotiabank, Best Buy Supermarket, Reliable Motors, and Rams Supermarket.
The furthest on the outskirts of town is just outside TDC, and towards Gingerland, it will be just on the outside of Value Mart Supermarket. It's an offense to stop anywhere else other than the bus stop. There are bus stop signs in St. Kitts, and they have been there for a very long time, so it's time to the motoring public in Nevis to come on board.
Sergeant Marva Shiverton, head of the traffic department in the Nevis division of the Royal St. Christopher and the Nevis Police Force. Still to come, ECCB says cost of living down in St. Kitts and the Nevis. The details after this break.
Wally, the queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36 square mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.
Welcome back. As it celebrates its 60th anniversary of serving the Federation, the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department took time out to duly recognize the dedication and commitment of 17 current and past officers whose services helped to shape the revenue collection agency. This was done at a gala dinner and awards ceremony at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on Saturday, October 27th. The event formed part of a week of activities which was held under the theme 60 Years of Dedicated Service, Innovation and Advancement. Keithley Hendrickson, Eli Webb, and Calvin Powell were awarded for accumulating the most years of service among the active officers, while Bijan Smithan, Kurth Liebert, Kemoy Carey, and Nishavon Brown were recognized for making the most interdictions in the last 3 years. Retired Comptrollers of Customs Hubert Stanley, Sidney Williams, Donald Cable, and Norman Williams were all awarded in recognition of their contribution to the department. Also awarded at Saturday's ceremony were the winners of the Independence Drill Competition, namely Sherima Stanley, Kajali Gums, Darius Bedford, and Glenroy Phillip, while Keston Herbert was awarded for winning the 60th anniversary slogan competition. Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, was among the dignitaries in attendance. In delivering the feature address, Prime Minister Harris commended the past and present customs officers who have played their part in establishing the Customs and Excise Department's reputation as an industry leader. Other activities held in celebration of the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department's 60th anniversary included an open day and a lunchtime concert at the War Memorial in Charlestown, Nevis, and at the Customs Headquarters in St. Kitts, as well as donating to the St. Christopher Children's Home and serving the elderly residents at the Flamboyant Nursing Home in Nevis and the Cardin Home in St. Kitts. The cost of living in the Federation fell by 1.3% on an end-of-period basis during the first 6 months of 2018. That is according to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, in its June 2018 Economic and Financial Review for St. Kitts and Nevis. The 1.3% drop in the Consumer Price Index for the first half of 2018 compares favorably to a 0.3% increase recorded during the corresponding period of 2017. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, describes the Consumer Price Index as a tool that measures changes in the prices of goods and services purchased or otherwise acquired by households, which households use directly or indirectly to satisfy their own needs and wants. It is a key statistic for economic and social policy making and has substantial and wide-ranging implications for governments, businesses, and households. According to the ECCB report, the decrease in the index was attributable to lower prices for the transport, housing, utilities, gas, and fuels sub-indices, which accounted for 45.1% of the total weight of the goods and services basket. The transport sub-index declined by 4.2%, and that for housing, utilities, gas, and fuels fell by 1.6%. The other sub-indices that recorded significant decreases included education by 2.7%, health 1.4%, and alcoholic beverages, tobacco, and narcotics 1.5%. The ECCB's June 2018 Economic and Financial Review for St. Kitts and Nevis also found that the country's economy expanded at an accelerated rate for the first 6 months of the year relative to the performance of the economy for the same period in 2017, and that the economic position of the federal government increased to a larger overall fiscal surplus during the first half of 2018 compared with the corresponding period in 2017. The Moss Smith Preschool in Bath Village is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and such a number of activities are being hosted. Supervisor of the school, Josette Myers, spoke to us about the activities.
We have pictures of elderly folks from the village mounted, so we will put Teacher Maud's photo in the Hall of Fame, so to speak, and we would unveil it. We are also launching the Maud Smith Day, which will be the 12th of July, the day she passed away. That will be done at the cocktail on November 2nd.
She also expressed her gratitude to all those who have helped the school over the years.
I want to give a general thank you to past and present parents and their families, also the wider community such as TDC. The business places usually support us, and right in the village you have Black Hat's Place, Charlie's Bacco Services. They are regular supporters, just to name a few. We say thank you. Your assistance have kept us afloat over the 25 plus years, and we appreciate it. We're looking towards your support for the next 25 years.
The Moss Smith Preschool began its week of celebrations with a fun day and luncheon at the Bath Playing Field on Friday, October 26th. On Sunday, October 28th, which is the anniversary of the school, past and present students and teachers worshipped at the Charlestown Methodist Church. The theme for the anniversary celebrations is Preserving Our Legacy. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.